I just put the message, right? Okay, if anybody, I can't say, like, people will be interested, they will come. If they are not interested, they will not come, right? Because we
Okay.
cannot
So
know
so
anybody's.
you have a recorded session?
Huh?
You have a recorded session? आपके पास है क्या recorded session?
हाँ रुको रुको. This is my classroom recordings. Okay, अभी just I completed in my batch. Here is a airflow. I'll give you the link. Okay, this new
मुझे
link.
ये बताओ एयरफ्लो में है ना, क्योंकि
Hmm.
मार्केट में भी एयरफ्लो बहुत मांग रहा है। ठीक है। मुझे वो
हाँ.
सिर्फ है ना लोकल में इंस्टॉल करके थोड़ा चलाना सीखना है बस।
ओके, इसके लिए देखो मैं बताता हूँ मैंने कैसे किया है. मैं अपना सेटअप दिखाता हूँ. आई शो यू द सेटअप. ओके, विल टॉक like maybe 1-2 person joining. Okay. Okay, I'll give this link. Okay, I already posted. Okay, so in the chat you can see where's the this
क्योंकि
option.
मैंने तुमसे वो
Hmm.
डीबीटी का लिया था राइट, उसमें भी एयरफ्लो है। तो वो प्रोजेक्ट बना रहा था तो मैं उसमें भी स्टक हूँ। तो
Because you have to schedule a job, right? For orchestration purpose, Airflow is the right the
नहीं,
one.
वो डीबीटी कोर के लिए है वैसे तो। क्या बोलते हैं मेरे को?
DBT with like data modeling, right? For a
नो नो
Snowflake
नो
or
नो, डीबीटी इज नॉट ए डाटा मॉडलिंग। दिस
DBT
इज
like a transformation purpose, right?
ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन
DBT.
टूल।
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that is like more related to database, right? Like okay, like Snowflake, Redshift, BigQuery,
करेक्ट 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 करेक्ट
right?
करेक्ट।
We use for that mostly like a SQLs, right? Like we writing at SQL
यस यस
transformations,
यस
right?
यस, यू आर राइट।
Yeah. So it's yeah. So DBT one link I'll give you. You can follow this one. One guy, this guy, DBT bootcamp. This one is a good one. You can learn, practice. You can do. Let me share.
Which one? ये लिंक मैं कॉपी नहीं कर पा रहा।
No, you can copy, right? You can copy.
हम्म,
Okay, these links you can copy.
अब मालूम है क्या हो गया है कि मटेरियल इतना है,
Mm.
अपने पास टाइम नहीं है कि सीखने के लिए। चक्कर ये
Yeah,
होता
there
है।
is a new things are coming, right? Generative AI is coming, right? More
मैं समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या पढ़े क्या नहीं पढ़े, मैं तो यही समझ नहीं आ रहा।
generative AI with data engineering, right? LLMs and this RAX model. Okay.
बट एवरीथिंग वी कांट लर्न इट राइट, दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम राइट।
Everything we cannot learn, but we can understand, right? And whenever we need it, we can start working, right? See,
या
if you are not going to learn, you will behind, and you will be far behind, and then you will not be pick up the market. Okay. So better to keep updating the things. At least terms you should aware. Okay, what is a lang chain? What is a vector? What is a LLM? Right. So if you fundamental terms, if you understand, so at least you can say someone, right? Okay, I'm aware, right? I know Bedrock, I know Racer, right? So anybody cannot question on you like, okay, you can't learn, right? You have at least the fundamentals, you understanding you have, right? So once you have understanding, then I think learning is a one day thing, okay? But first you need a fundamental understanding, right? What are the things there? Each and everything is not that much easy, right? Because we
करेक्ट
need a
करेक्ट।
practical, and practical we don't get anywhere. Like if somebody is teaching, that is more
No,
like easy
I
to
am
learn.
going through this DBT and all that, right? So a lot of things I learn and lot of
No, you
things.
are learning, you do practice with the project. Do one thing first, start some application and then apply DBT. See, I'm also trying to learn DBT, but thing is, without having a go like see, one project I found this one. This
Can
is
you
a
share this?
DBT Snowflake
Can you share the
Airflow.
link?
Okay. So if you just take the source code and then start one by one applying the things, then you will get
No, no.
more.
Now the problem is that I know everything. Terms I
Hmm.
every know, but real time I am not able to correlate, right? Like macro I know,
Okay.
but
Hmm.
how to create new and all that, right?
Hmm.
That's all the setup I done DBT and all that. I'm planning to give one of the session to your this thing, right?
Okay, no problem. That's I'm saying now that will be give you, you are saying now you are not able to start. So that is easy way, right? Like at least you will speak out, then you will
So
get more.
actually, I am also looking at this right from one of the GitHub, right? And I'm preparing one project pipeline, right, end to
Mhm.
end. So
Just try with the Snowflake first, right? One, like say, all the steps are there. I think it's not difficult. But thing is, we are lazy, right? We are not able to do, right? Okay. I'm telling you, if you follow the steps, you will get definitely challenge. Okay. Maybe like you are not, but when you are running and you are able to see the output, then you will feel confidence. Okay. I mean, right
correct,
now
correct.
you
That's
know
true. That's true.
everything, but confidence is not there, now, right?
Correct, correct. That's true.
I
I
think this project. Try this project.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This project I will try.
See, I'm telling you, is nothing is more challenging thing. Snowflake is there, Airflow is there, DBT is there.
Yeah,
Okay.
both. See,
O-
Snowflake I know, DBT I know, Airflow
Okay.
only I have a little bit idea.
Okay, Airflow is nothing, right? Okay, let me start. Okay, so first Airflow, I did the setup in my Ubuntu. I did, and I set up Ubuntu as a WSL. Okay, because I'm not using in the cloud. I'm using Ubuntu.
So, so for
Yeah.
this Unix is required, huh?
See, you can do Windows. I didn't try. Okay, but we can install it. But I saw mostly the Linux steps only. So Airflow, I found it on blog. There, I found a very easy steps installation on Ubuntu. Better to do Ubuntu only. Okay, because you can use the other like Hadoop integrations, like any ETL pipelines. So if you have Ubuntu, you can run right without any problem. Okay.
Actually, I
Mm.
have Windows machine, right?
No, but window machine is only my machine is window, but I'm using WSL, na, right? CMD, you go start WSL online. Okay, and then you can set up within a 20 minutes Ubuntu in your machine itself. So
Mhm.
WSL minus minus list minus minus online. So you will get this WSL, right? And then install this command to install. Okay. And there is a window feature, just make it turn on Windows features so that you can use it. So these three Windows features you turn on: virtual machine platform, Windows hypervisor platform, and Windows subsystem for Linux. So if you use it all these three, and then after you install 20 minutes, you will get ready your Ubuntu in your same
Mhm.
machine as an application.
Do you have any document to install this and all that?
So what is this? I'll give you this command. This is the one command, and this is the second command. This is the main command. Just you
Then in
have
the
to
in
type
the
it.
in the distro, I have to give the Ubuntu,
This
right?
one, Ubuntu 24.04. You have to give. See, the command will be this. I'll type it because mine is already installed, but I'm giving a command wsl.exe.
Is it possible you connect after some time and help me in the
Okay,
setup?
okay, fine. I'll. This is a
Yeah,
very
we'll do that,
simple
right?
for.
Less people are there, right? We'll connect. Yep,
Mhm. Okay, this is the command
we can start.
I'm giving in the chat. Okay, so first of all, you want to install Airflow in your machine? I can do now. If your machine is ready, I can do this step because mine is already installed. So I can tell the steps, right? This is, but you don't have Ubuntu, right? You don't have.
Yeah, I
Anybody
don't.
has Ubuntu, I can do that in the new Ubuntu. If anybody has Ubuntu, I can do install. Okay, so here actually I'll just explain it. Okay, if somebody has not, so I just explain it. Right, it's a very simple steps. Python is required. Okay, so when we are going to install the Airflow, um, so first we have a Python and pip. Right, we should have installed, and we need to create a virtual VNV. So virtual VNV environment. Right, we are creating, like I created directory. I show in my case. Here. Virtual VNV.
Installation is నీ దాంట్లో ఉబుంటూ ఉందా?
Somebody is saying. Okay, so Airflow, first we have to go to, I have this directory is created. So we have to create this directory, Airflow workspace. Okay, so here we have to activate the virtual VNV. So once you enter in the workspace directory, you have to run this command. So to activate, so here is a one directory, virtual VNV, right? Virtual environment. Okay, this virtual environment is a directory where your configuration for the Airflow is there. Okay, so same thing I did when I did this. Okay, so I got this directory, and after this tab, okay, so you have to run this command to activate or your Airflow env environment, this directory. So you have to run this. So this we have to do every time. Whenever you want to run your Airflow, you have to do this. This command we have to run, because otherwise my this directory will not be activated and I can't start my Airflow. So whenever you want to start your Airflow server and scheduler, okay, so I have to activate like this. Okay, so now it is activated. Now any command I can run here, Airflow server and scheduler. Okay, let me start first the basic introduction about the Airflow. Okay, installation I will come later. Okay, so Airflow architecture. Okay, so what is the high level architecture is there in Airflow? Okay, I follow this. So Airflow has basically different components are there, right? Because Airflow has itself different components are there. Airflow has a server, and the server is like a web application because Airflow is running on the some server behind. Okay, and it's a web application, and there is a web server is needed, and Airflow needed scheduler internally, and scheduler is basically scheduling the task, right? So both services need to be started. When you want to run any application on the Airflow, we need to run the scheduler as well as web server. Okay, so what is the process there in the Airflow cluster, right? We have a different worker nodes, right? Airflow is having its own configuration file. So executor is which is executing the actual task. Okay. And the another fourth component is metadata database. So four components are there: web server, scheduler, metadata database, and executor. Executor they are not showing here, but executor is the component which is executing the task, your task of Airflow DAG. Okay. And first of all, Airflow is Python based DAG scheduler tool. Okay. So we need a Python knowledge because Airflow, we are writing a Python DAG file. And DAG is nothing but we are defining the task, and task is nothing but operators. Okay. So in Airflow, we are understanding everything is like a operators, right? If I say I want to run some task of the bash script, so bash operator is there. If I say I want to run a task for, I want to run a task for, I want to run a task for Hive. So Hive operator is there. Okay. So everything is a operator, and there is another thing is there. Hook is there also. Okay. I'll tell hook is basically the reverse concept, right? Hook is like something you are pulling the right data, right? So that we can go for hook. But mostly we use a operator. Hive is a operator. Scoop is a scoop operator. Okay. And there is a sensor operator. Sensor operator is used, right, when we want to check any file is exist on a directory or not. It could be a S3 file system or SDFS file system or local file system, anywhere where we want to check whether the file is arriving or not. Okay. So some data is present or not. Some data or file is present.
So
Okay, that we can check with the sensor.
Hive operator basically when we deal with the Hive, right? We want to create a task for the
Yeah,
Hive.
Hive operator with the Hive SQL queries. So whenever you want to connect directly Hive, so there is a Hive connection is needed. Okay. And this Hive connection in Airflow, I will show there is a connection tab, right? Like we can create a connection with Hive, okay, with the Hive, the connection, and that connection can use to connect Hive and run the queries in Hive. Okay. Same thing is a Scoop. So Scoop need a connection, right, with the database, right? Which database you want to connect. So we need a Scoop connection. Okay. So these all like same like a Spark operator is there. So Spark submit operator. The name of the operator is called Spark submit operator. So Spark submit operator need a Spark connection. Okay. Like if I want to connect Snowflake. So Snowflake, I want to connect to Snowflake, um, like a Snowflake some operator name and Snowflake connection is needed. Okay. Snowflake connection is needed. Okay. So Snowflake query executors operator, something like Snowflake. Okay. Snowflake, SQL query operator, SQL query executor operator to connect Snowflake. SQL. So you are giving a insert like, okay, so you are providing the parameters and query statement, right? You are providing, and then you are running a query in Snowflake itself. Okay. So there are many operators are there, but Snowflake connection is needed. Without Snowflake connection, you can't run the queries there. Okay. So these are the different operators. The Python operator is just running a Python function, any Python function or Python file. So Python function, right? You can say you want to call the Python def function is there, you want to call, or Python script file you want to call. Bash operator. Bash operator is a shell script operator. You want to execute any shell script or shell command. Okay, any shell command you want to run. Okay, so you can run with the bash operator. Okay, so cloud operators are also there, like AWS services operators are there. So all the mostly AWS services operators like EMR, S3, okay, Glue, okay, Glue, Lambda, many more operators are there. It's a very big list of operators. So AWS services, Azure services operators, GCP services operator, okay. So cloud services operators are there. So these operators, we need to understand how to call as a operator as a task. So when we create a DAG file, so first we have an import statement, okay. Then we define a one DAG variable, okay. And then we define the task, okay. And this task is nothing but like a bash operator. Like that, I define the DAG ID, okay, and the task ID, like tag ID and some task ID, so that this particular task, and suppose I have a multiple tasks are there, so like task one, task two, like that multiple tasks, then I will define the sequence of the calling the task. Okay, suppose I have a three bash task, or I have a suppose one Hive operator task. This is a Hive operator. Okay, one is a Spark submit operator. Okay, so I have a pipeline, like whenever you are defining the pipeline, so pipeline is basically nothing but a sequence of the task. And these tasks, you will define the dependency like this: task one, greater, getter, task two. Okay. Like that, you can define the dependency. Okay. So like this: task one, task two, task three. Like that, we can define the dependency. Okay. So this way we can prepare the DAG. Okay. This is our any file name, you can keep it abc.py. Okay, so this the
So
DAG file, you have to keep it in the DAG folder. Okay, so in this architecture, so first thing you understood, right? Okay, web server is what is the purpose of web servers, what is the purpose of scheduler, what is the executor. But executor, there are the different types are there: local executor, Celery executor, Kubernetes executor. So local is like our only one single machine executor, right? Like basically we are not running in the cluster. When we are running in the cluster in the distributed environment, we go for the Celery executor. So most of the times companies are using the Celery, right? Because they have distributed cluster environment for Airflow, right? Because they are not running Airflow on a one machine. Okay. Local executor is like our local machine, right? Generally, we use local executor, right? And Kubernetes executor is used for the containers when we are running Airflow in a containers, right? In the Kubernetes, right? So then we use this Kubernetes executor. We can use workers is the machines like where the tasks are executed. Okay. Metadata database. This is containing the data about your jobs. Okay. This is a very small database. Internally it is using either SQLite is using or PostgreSQL. So generally SQLite comes by default, okay, metadata database, and it is storing the information about the DAGs, tasks, and their execution history. So all the internal data is stored in a metadata database. So you can think of like Hive, we are using Derby, right? What is the purpose of the Derby in Hive? Meta store database, right? It's storing the data about the internal table, external table, right? So same way here, Airflow needs its own internal database that is called metadata database, and that is your SQLite. Okay. So you can change this one while installation. We can change if you see in installation steps. So there is a init db command is there. Okay, there is a one init db initialization of the Airflow database. So this init db command, this Airflow db init command, this is initializing the db. Okay, so we have to download the libraries, right? Okay, so GCP libraries you don't need to download. Just simply you download Python you need it, and Spark also we don't need to download through the this library, right? Pip command, because we can directly use Spark, right, in our like a Spark download, right? Apache Spark download. So you go to Spark download and then you can download the zip and then you can set up the home path, right? Bash RC path. Okay. So that way we can do. We don't need to do this all. Just simply you go to Airflow workspace. There you go to CD Airflow directory you create, and there you initialize your DB, and you have to keep it your username, password, all these details you have to define. So you want to create a UI of your Airflow, like your application. So you have to set the username, password, first name, last name. After that, you can see Airflow user list. You can see your all details. Okay. And you have to start the two services, scheduler and server. Okay. Let me show Airflow web server and Airflow web server. So I already activated here. So I'm starting my server, and one more tab I will open. Okay. So I will go to the same directory, CD Airflow workspace. Here I will be. So I have to start the scheduler. So here I have to activate BNB. So same command, source command I have to use to activate. Okay. Okay. So here you have to run the Airflow scheduler. So I can use a backend, right? I can use in background. I can run the this command by using the ampersand sign, but I kept it open because I can start and stop again and again. So I'm keeping it separate. Okay. The Airflow scheduler. So I started the schedulers. I didn't, and now I will open the UI. Okay. So now I will open my UI localhost 8080. So I can see here, this is the Airflow, right, user interface. Okay. It is, but it is giving a warning, right? Like you should not use SQLite as a metadata database in the production, because SQLite is a very small database, not fit for the production level, right? So it is recommending, right, you use Postgres or MySQL for storing, but it's our local, not a problem. Okay. So here you can see whenever you are creating a new DAG, it will come here in the list. Okay. So you have to activate the DAG. My already 5 DAGs are activated. Okay. So if you want to go any specific DAG, you can go in the DAG, and here you can run and see the execution. So you guys can see here the execution right here. This is, and here you can see the code also. So this is the Airflow DAG. So if you see in this particular DAG, it's a very, very small DAG, right? Just I have written a DAG variable, and this DAG variable, I have a one bash operator, task ID defined. And here I'm not giving a shell script, I'm giving a bash command directly. So two tasks are there. One task is date command, and second task is a sleep command. Okay. And the task one is completed, then only the task two is going to start. So when I want to execute this DAG, like I have to click here. It is not a scheduled one, so it will not be automatically running. So I have to manually trigger, and I can see the log here when you can check here logs. So once it will be starting, you can see the logs. Okay. So this way we can track our DAG, and there is a color coding is there. If you want to see your DAG is going to fail, queue, right, restarting, running, dark green color is successfully completed. Okay. If your DAG is having an error or some retry mechanism, something, so yellow color is there. Okay. Okay. And red color means it's going to is failed. Okay. So if any task is completed, you can see here the individual task log also you can see. You just click on the task and you can see the log of the task. Okay. If you see, this is a date command task. Okay. So this is the output of the date. And when you go to the another task sleep, so sleep is the sleep is for 3 seconds sleep is there. Okay, so this is a very basic DAX. Like I show some Spark code to run in the Airflow. Okay, so first of all we have to bring this user interface. Okay, and whenever I want to start any DAG, right, I have to like example of the Python operator. So here is the Python operator. If you see this code, if you want to check the code of this DAG, so this DAG is like inbuilt DAG. Okay, I have not created this DAG because some DAGs they have provided for the sample examples. Okay, so you can take an idea of the DAGs, right? So you are running a Python operator to, it means like we are running some function we are calling. So function means there is a Python underscore callable and log SQL. If you search here log SQL, so log SQL is a Python function where you are running a query, right? Log SQL. Okay. So this way we can call. Okay, we can try some DAG. I show. So if you want to run any Spark application, so we need two things. One is my PySpark job. Okay, this is my PySpark job. This PySpark job, what is doing? It is just getting the data from the MySQL and writing the another MySQL table with incremental data. Okay, so what is incremental data? Right? Suppose I got today 10 record, and if my date is changed tomorrow, okay, so I will be having a one column in the table, right? So I can identify what is my next day record. Okay, so first of all I should have this DAG file. Okay, this is a Python PySpark job, not DAG file. This is a PySpark job which is connecting to the uh, like MySQL. This is MySQL, so I have to show you, right, where is my MySQL database table, and there I'm going to read one text file. So one text file I created which is tracking my date and time. Okay, so what is my last data is created in MySQL, then I have recorded here my date. So whenever I come, right, if any new record comes in my MySQL table, I will check with this date. If this is lesser, right, if my MySQL date is greater than this date, it means like I have got some data. Okay. So what I will do, I will trigger my job. So my Airflow job, this is my job. So I'm triggering my job every interval time is triggering, but I can schedule it daily basis. Okay. One time in a day, right? Because if I'm saying like my data is coming based on the even like suppose every hour the data is coming, that can be also handled. Okay, but for that we need to schedule the Airflow scheduler in every 30 minutes. Okay, because I have to keep it the time interval when you want incremental data. Suppose you want incremental data in a day, you can schedule your job day, because there is no point to schedule your job every 5 minutes or 30 minutes, right? But when your data is coming every hour or every 30 minutes or every 5 minutes, then you have to schedule accordingly. Okay, so the scheduler will keep running and it will checking the, it will be running your job. It will be running your Spark job. This is Spark submit command. It is a running a Spark job, and this Spark job every time it will connect to MySQL database, and there is a table. It will read the table, like people table is there, and it will get all the record. Suppose it has 100 record, but today record is only 20. So it will read that text file, this text file, it reads the text file and it get the data, right? It get the date. Okay, so here is that date, and then it is comparing where clause is there. This is a where clause, this is data frame dot where, right? So, or filter you can use where, and I'm comparing my last modified timestamp column in the table greater than the date in the file. If it is greater, I will get the latest record. So suppose I'm saying 100 record came total, but my this latest timestamp, right, which is in the MySQL table, is only 20 record, which is greater than. Okay, so only 20 will be coming as the latest record. So when you got those 20 record, here you got 20 record. So I'm creating a one new file, because I'm keeping it, the file name is like regex expression I'm using, and I'm adding my last modified time in the table name. Okay, so what I'm doing here, people underscore new is original name plus clean timestamp str. This is my regex expression. I created a one string. Okay, and that I'm appending to create a new file. Write mode I'm appending. So it is creating a new file and it is writing the data, and finally it is printing write okay. Okay, so this is the process of the incremental. This is only for new record, but suppose you have some updated record also, some record deleted also. So in that case, we have to do CDC process. Okay, so we have to compare the record, right? We have to compare the record, or we can write some merge query in the Spark. We can use merge query. So that logic you can write in the Spark. Some join you can use. Okay, left outer join or right outer join you can use. So check it, like one is a source data frame, one is a target data frame. Source data frame is coming from your source data frame is coming from the, like, your DB, right? Which is your last modify updated timestamp data. Okay, and target is like when you are updating your data from your existing data, right? Okay, so then you are merging the data, that will be your target, and finally you will write the data to the new table. Okay, so when I want to run this code, so first of all I should have Airflow directory.
Can we connect GitHub to the point to the scripts, or we have to copy it to the tag like Airflow every time?
GitHub for what? Well, GitHub,
For the
you want to
script,
check out?
yeah, I just want to point the script in the GitHub.
So you can, okay, this script you are saying like a Spark code script or DAG file you are saying?
No, no, you said somewhere you have to copy the run underscore PySpark job.py copy file to the DAG folder. Instead of that, can
Okay,
I?
DAG folder. So you can git clone you can do if you have in the git you have. Okay, you bring it in the local, but file you have to prepare in the DAG folder. Okay, you have to do. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so DAG folder we have. The purpose of DAG is like, because directly we cannot fetch it from the GitHub, right? This while executing. Okay, for execution purpose we have to. So git clone we can do. Okay, otherwise we can create a manually
No,
DAG.
no, not this one. If you go little scroll down, where you calling that Spark comes. Here you mention at home, Arvind,
Yeah.
workspace. Yeah,
Hmm.
instead of that, can I call it from the GitHub?
Oh, no, 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 no. This is the path, right? This is the bash command path, right? it bash command cannot take it. I think this cannot search it, right? This is searching in my local. Okay, so if you want, I didn't try, like if you want to take it some DAG file, because you want to make it a generic location rather than like
Yeah.
my user home directory, right? Because if somebody
Yes.
is trying this DAG, so he will get the error because he has to set up his own environment, right? Okay.
Yes.
Right. So if in that case, like generally what we do, we just download GitHub code, right? Like this is a one tag. Okay. This is a DBT tag. Okay. So mostly like whenever we are running, we should not use the like path, relative path we should use. We should not use the like absolute path, right? We should not like some environment variable type of thing, so that you should not have the problem, right? Otherwise, this is just for local testing I run. That's the reason I kept it. Otherwise, it's not a correct way. Okay. Because it will give the error, right? If somebody is trying, right, in the local machine. Okay. Okay. So we can use user. So suppose I am a user. So my username will come. If you are user, so that environment variable you can create. There is a variable you can create in Airflow, and Airflow global variable can be replaced. Suppose I say it is a user. Okay. So user is correct, right? So user is there. So it will create a user, and there is the workspace directory you have, or any directory. This directory doesn't matter, right? This path you can prepare dynamically also. Okay. Whatever your code is, you are going to check out. Okay. You can give it generic way you can give. Okay. So like this environment variable, you can use it, right? Okay. Mm. Okay. But most important thing is like this DAG file should be in the DAG folder. Okay. And this DAG folder you can create anywhere. Like I created in the home directory here, the Airflow directory I created. Okay. Here I created DAG folder. So here is my, all the DAGs are there. Okay. So whichever DAGs you want, I mean, right now 5 DAGs are coming. So those DAGs are appearing because those all DAGs are activated. If I remove it here, it will remove from my UI. Okay. Because when my Airflow is running, it is taking the DAG file from here. Okay. Just give me 5 minutes. Actually, I have someone call. Okay. I'm connecting in 5 minutes. Okay. So, so the installation steps, you guys got it right. So once you create a user, everything, and then you start the server, and this is the installation, right? Once you will get UI, and in the UI you will get the tag. Okay. So let's do this one so that you will get the idea from the scratch. Okay. I just remove all this. Okay. It is the directory actually. Okay. So now it's clean. Okay. But whenever you are doing change in the Airflow DAG directory, you have to restart the server. Okay. Because otherwise your change will not be reflected. Okay. So I'm going to do from the scratch. Right now I have stopped it, my Airflow UI. Okay. Can you see? It is not running. Okay. My Airflow UI is stopped. Okay. So first thing is I need a DAG file and one more folder I have created, that is my DAG folder. The DAG folder is I'm keeping it my DAG file, and one is my Spark job is running. Okay, so my Spark job is here, and my last modified time.txt file is here. Okay, if I show you last modified time.txt file, so this is the date. Okay, 23/10/2024. There I have a time. So this is the file, and this is the another file is a PySpark incremental. This is the file of my Spark code. Okay. So this file is my Spark code. So here is also hard coded path is there, right? So this is like we should use the os.path to find the relative path, and then we should read the file. Okay. So that we should not get the issue for the hard coded the path. Okay. So so first of all, like I have a this file. This is the my code file. Okay, this is my code file here, and in this folder, DAG folder, I have my I will create here the DAG file. Okay, so I will create a DAG file. So this is my DAG file. Okay, so I'm not changing. This is my same place. And here is I'm using minus minus package. So you know, right, whenever you are going to connect MySQL database, so you need a minus minus package like to connect your MySQL DB. Okay, so this is the connector. Okay, MySQL connector. So you need that. Okay, so I'm creating Airflow underscore PySpark.py. This is my DAG file. So I'm pasting the
Where
code.
we are passing the credentials for the MySQL.
Credentials are there in this file, right? So here is the credentials, right? So credentials I'm giving here. So this is you can take it from property file. So those enhancement you can do because this is roughly right. Okay, everything you are giving manually here in the code. But if you want to change, right, you can use the like property file configuration, right? You can read parameters or you can encrypt it, right? Some encoding, right? SHA-1, SHA-2, right? You can use that. Okay. So right now it's a hard coded. My username, password, right, and the database name, everything is hard coded. But suppose you want to make it your application more generic, right? You want to for the given database you want to do, right? Because it could be any database, right? For your any database you want to connect any different database uh, vendors, right? Suppose I want to connect MySQL, Oracle. So that application you can take it to up to next level, right? Okay, different database, right? You are having. So you will be depending on the input. you are calling the database, right? So that part is more generic indicate. Okay. So okay, so I created a DAG file here. Okay, and MySQL also I show you. So MySQL, I go and I show you MySQL. You use scoop is the database. So tables. So here, this is a people new table. So in this table, how many records are there? So let's start from people underscore new. So Abhi right now 47. Okay, I do from the scratch. Okay, I delete all this. So delete from. Okay, so now there is no data, and these are the tables will be created right from this. Okay, so I need sample data. Okay.
So you're taking the data from the people table and creating in the same SQL again.
New table like incremental tables, right? So the like suppose you want to do the reporting for the every time the new data is coming, right? So the new table is a timestamp table, right? So then it will be easy to get the data from that timestamp table. Checking the insert queries. There is a one text file.
What exactly you're looking?
Hmm?
What you're looking actually?
Yeah, actually one text file is there for insert command to write. Okay. Okay, otherwise manually, right? Actually,
We'll take some
the
other
one.
table. Right?
Hmm?
Other table we can take. In MySQL, you take go and check another table which is having a
Okay, just I show one or two record. Okay, it's not because I have a complete insert query statement file. Okay,
No,
so
but no, what you can do, right? Whatever the file we created, right? New table, just write a reverse way, right? Select star from the people underscore date, insert into people table.
no, I don't want to insert. Actually, I want to take those. Okay, okay, you are saying to write the data. Okay, from that. Okay.
Reverse way.
Mhm. But okay, I have to change the date. Okay, I use a insert into command. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
In
I
here
have to
only.
use insert command. Actually, in this table, suppose I have select star. Because as it is data, I can't take it because this date I need to change, right? Because this date I need to update. So first I, okay, like first
Insert
I
it, then
write
update it today's date, right?
that I will do. I have to update. This is a more data like.
Insert into people. Select from this. Press the up arrow key and then put the insert.
You can use limit because we have like 26.
Where clause I will use, I want to only till 9 record. Okay, where ID is less than 9. Okay, so what is the table name? It has so many record now, right? I don't want, because it's a repeated record. Okay. So this is the table. What is the column?
You need to put the distinct, right? Because we have a duplicate records, right?
No, but I have not written, it's empty, right? People underscore new. I deleted.
No, this ID is duplicate, right?
Oh yeah, in this query, yeah, okay, yes. In this table is a duplicate. So
In the same query, you put the distinct there, right? Insert, go to that query, up arrow key, up arrow key. Instead of star, right, you put here distinct star. Star. Yes.
so now it's updated. Okay, so this is the current timestamp. Okay, so this is updated. Now I run the job. So I start the server. I start scheduler.
So your PySpark job will read this table and create one file.
New table. New table it will create. This is I started server and scheduler. Okay, this is server. Okay, actually I came here. Scheduler. Okay. So now I go to the UI. So now you will see here, if I click on the DAG, so now this is the DAG is coming. Okay, so this is sample DAG. I will close it because this is the example DAG. This is not our DAG. So this is the DAG, which is just now I made it. Okay, so this is the DAG. Okay, so if I click on this DAG, this is only one task. If you see the code, if you go to the code, you can see the same code, right? I just created a DAG file, right? So I created this DAG file. This is the same one. Okay, now it is next run is showing. Okay. So here we can check the log. So if we see the execution here, so 9 record, are you able to see? This is 9 records are coming. This is my last date. Okay, this is the date from the file 2024 1054. This file is already updated. Okay, so okay. So we have to change the file in the date. Actually, the date in the file is already modified. So updated record is not coming. If you see what is the time here, 10:54, 23, and same is in the date file. Okay. So that is the reason it didn't pull the record. There is no incremental data. And there is no incremental data, so it is not writing anything. Okay. So I have to change the date in the my date file so that it can recognize the date. Okay. So
Date file we need to always modify manually.
no. This is a one time, but actually before doing the write now it updated. Okay. So initially it should be older date, right? Okay, before writing data because manually I did now this insert. Okay. So when I'm running the command, right, in a one single command, so okay, here, not here. See the Airflow workspace.
Because in the PySpark we have written the code, right? It will write in the.
See, this is the cat last modified. This is the right now date is this. You saw that last time the date
Correct,
was
correct.
different. Okay. So if your generally this date will not be modified unless like some records are there, right? There is no point to update, right? Okay, this file. Otherwise, I will lapse my record, right? This happened now, right? Because my record's gone, right? Even I have okay, so it means like it's created. So but maybe this before this execution one execution is already completed that has already written the data in the table. Okay, so we are checking the one step ahead. Okay, like we are checking the new one. Okay, so let's see the table is created or not. I believe the table is created. Okay, table is created and we are checking the logs of next run. Okay, so if I check here show tables, otherwise it will not be. See 1054. Is it there? Right? So now we have to add a new data, then we can see. Okay, we don't need to change the date. So select star from, if I check it, this table, this is my 9 record. Okay. Uh, 2024, 11, 10, 10.
It will be empty, right? That's correct.
But
Because our last updated date is 11, right?
11 only, right? This is the but empty table how it will create, right? Because of that, like here the data. So generally I should have a one more check I have to put it because I don't want to create an empty table. Okay, because I have to put a check there. Like if the data size is 0, right? My data frame is 0, it should not create table. Okay, so that if else condition I have to put it in my code here. So that check will be here, right? When I'm writing the data frame here, right? This one, right? Okay. So here I will put a one if condition. If my this data frame dot count size is greater than 0, then only I will write. Otherwise, for empty data also it is writing, right? Okay. So that check will come. So it will not be creating empty table. Okay. That will be restriction. Okay. And now I add a one record, but this 9 record, if we want to again, I have to change the date. That is a one option, or otherwise, if I want to see incremental, I have to add new record. Okay, so I change the date. Okay, I change the date. Just I make it. This is 10 today, right? So I make it 9. Okay. Where is that? Yeah. So already it is full, right? 50. Pretty old one.
I think you can clear the filters.
What?
Clear filters.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is yeah. That's why I'm saying like where okay, now it's running on the screen color. Okay, so I think this is the old one, or it's what is the date came here? This is still 10 coming, right? Why it is not reading the
I think it is calculating in the program. It may be possible that you are calculating the date in the program. Can you check? But it's
calculated?
you are calculating your this date in a program only with current time now because it's taking a
I
current
think we
timestamp.
need to restart that server, right? Because we modify the file, right?
No. See, this is not a DAG file, right? We don't need to change, right? This is external file, right? So even I change in the Spark code also, why I need to change? Because it is externally is running. DAG file I'm not changing, right? Okay, I'm changing in the code and the text file, right? So that will not be impacted, no? That will be because it has to just run, right? Okay, so uh, what is the path? Last modified time is the file path is correct. Okay, and so my file is still updated or it's same. See, it become 10 now. It is not saving or what happened? See, that's a problem coming, right? It's not. It is. Okay, so
Now
now,
now cat it again.
okay, see, it is changed, right? Immediately it's getting changed.
So I think it's not getting saved.
Oh, okay, I should stop it. Maybe it's not keep running. So last modified time is not based on, yeah. So my job is keep still running. Okay, so I have to stop it. Okay, then only. Okay, now I change. Okay, now I check it. Okay, so now it's not changed, right? Okay, so now I'm going to start the server. So this is my, actually this con expression is not, yeah, so this one, let's see. Oh, this is again this reading 10. How it is reading 10? This 10:54. My Spark code. This is the same location, right? This,
What is the read last modified path?
Hmm?
It's just a path. Read last modified time path.
Yeah, this is the function now, which is going to read the file, right? This is the file path, right? This is the hard-coded path I given. Okay. And this path, so this path is the path of my file. It is changing, right? But without, because initially the file path time should be coming the same, right? What I modified. How it is getting updated? What could be reason? So here nothing changed, right? It's a simply reading a file. Okay, let me run this code separately. But this code is reading this text file.
Is there any other job is maybe using it?
Hmm?
Is
Other
any
job?
other, yeah, maybe is any other job using that file by any chance?
But right now only one DAG is running. The active DAG is this, and this DAG is code. If I see, this is the this. Okay, so this is the job is calling by this, right? This is the code. So if I check this code, it's the same path, right? This one. But at least first time should come the same, right? Whatever date time, right? But it is giving updated time, right? It is giving this 10:54:23. It is coming this time. Okay, let change the time in the table that we do. Just make it all records are the new record. Okay, so I do the update command. Okay, now
Basically,
let's see.
basically it's doing correct only. Once we load that whatever the last update date in our table, right? After running that job, it will
But
update that.
but I'm manually changing the file time now, previous time. So it
No,
is
no,
updated.
no. It will not work like because your job, your PySpark job will run first, right?
No,
Correct?
no, it is in the same job. I have not written the data in the see this date time is when initially I'm reading a file. This is initially I'm reading a file. See in the beginning. In the beginning, before writing the data into the table, before that I'm reading a file to check. Then I'm
Uh,
comparing with my table. So empty will
okay,
come definitely because
okay,
my date is showing the same date which is in the table, right? So there will be no record will come. Correct.
okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Now we see because I have done the updated timestamp I change right in the table. Okay. See, this is running one. Okay, this is starting. This is just started. Okay, here also. This is 1109 is coming right in the file. How file can be updated, right? See, whatever time is here and it is coming the same time here, 1109. So it's a initially I'm reading a file. So how can we update
Uh,
it?
can uh, can you go to the PySpark code once again? Check the
Which one?
function PySpark code where we are
Okay.
check function what it is doing. So you have created a file path. You are reading a file. Last
So I'm printing all this one from the right, whatever I got it from the file, I'm printing it, right? So
defined.
okay, let's see the table is
Log, I don't see the print last time. Yes, I'm just seeing the timestamp.
see 1109 is created, but this table has data
Empty.
is empty.
Arvind, can you go back to the log? I'm not seeing that last time. Yes, I think just it's printing the time.
Here or time file, actual
Yeah.
file.
No, in the log file, you have three commands: print timestamp, print last file is.
So these are the three. Like this is the file, whatever the time is read from the file. This is a type, and this is just
Okay.
print. Okay. So this is coming now. So whenever I'm reading a file, so it is giving all the time. Actually, this file is getting modified immediately, right? See 11. Oh,
In the last of the
still
code, you're updating the file back again.
no, but still it's not changed, right? 1109. Oh, okay, it's updated one, right? 1109. So the date time is updated.
No, when you run the code, at the end of the code, you're rewriting the data with the max.
Okay, I run here the Spark submit. Let's see that how, because it's the same command. If I run it here, right, in the Spark submit, right? So I just test the command because instead of the scheduler, just I run the command manually there, right? Okay, let's see how it works. Because if it is fixed here, so definitely it should work with that. Okay, let's see. I don't go with the scheduler. I try with my manual way. Okay. Abhi right now the time is okay. So first I change the time here. Okay, and meanwhile I just stop this all. Okay. Now I change the time, and here also I change update. Okay. So I updated. Now I change the okay. I think this is fine. I updated already. Okay. Now I run manually the job. Yeah, see here time. Now it's working fine right here. Right. It is coming all 9 records, right? And check the time is coming correct. This is the original time 1109. And what is the time in the table 1140? So it's working, right? And here is so now we check the table. What is the this is the last. So I think this is 110954. Okay, so it's working, right? Abhi, right now it's working. So how why it is not working with the airflow? Okay, what is the airflow? Why it is not working?
This is only we are covering today in the session, right?
Yeah, one more thing is MySQL connection I show. Okay. Let me show that MySQL connection. So how can you write or Python operator, like any different operator you can run. Okay. Like this is I showed only Spark Summit, like this is a bash operator, but any other operator you want to run, there are the different operator like Python operator, like Python function you can run. Okay. And there is a connection property is there. So if you go to connection, here are the different connections are there. Okay, I stopped it. So I start again.
So what is the purpose of this connection here? We already connected, right?
No, I stopped it. Okay, so this connection is basically directly connecting to that service. Okay, so I will make a connection and I can call that particular type of operator. Like I want to write the data from the Airflow directly in Elasticsearch. So Elasticsearch connection I have to prepare. Okay, so these are but Elasticsearch operator right here option is not coming. Okay, so some of the like now we have to pip install some library we need to install. Okay, but MySQL it was not there, but I have bought it MySQL. So MySQL is coming here. So connection type MySQL, you can give host and username password. So already taking right existing one MySQL is already there. Okay, but you have to change the type, right? This is a MySQL type. Okay, so when I click on the edit, Okay, and here is my database is a scoop. Okay, schema, root and password is a password. Okay, so just like I set it, and MySQL host, my local host. Okay, and this connection you will use right in the MySQL operator. So MySQL operator will take your this connection type and can run any SQL query. So there is a MySQL operator. So this MySQL operator will use your MySQL connection. Then it will directly write the data into the table. Okay. So MySQL operator, like you made a connection, this all MySQL, and then you can run MySQL Airflow task, right? Operator task. So simply we have to run use this connection in the command like this. Some create SQL query is there, right? And here I'm using the my connection, right? MySQL operator, and this is the MySQL connection ID. So this connection ID will be connecting to your MySQL, same like a Snowflake I want to connect, or I want to connect to Elasticsearch, right? But some of the operator will not be there, right? Okay, Snowflake is not there. You have to install the library. Okay, like when I search here in the connection, okay, so I have already done Snowflake. So I have Snowflake. Okay, maybe
Okay.
Snowflake. I have not. So is Snowflake all this like or AWS, Azure, right? Whatever, like if it is showing, but it is not there, right? If I show you, right, okay, they have just given a template, okay, but actually it is not there, right? If I say Cassandra, so I want to connect to Cassandra and write the data, okay, but if I check here the connection type, these are the only default are there, okay. Spark I have added manually, MySQL I added manually, okay, and email, these are the default, file, FTP, these are the default, okay. So if you want to connect to the Cassandra, you should have Cassandra here first. Okay. Then only you can connect to the Cassandra host, schema, login, password, port 9042 is a default port, right? For Cassandra. So you can connect. So this is a use of the connections, right? Okay. And XCOM is one more feature, right? Like you want to call from one DAG to another DAG, you want to pass the parameter. We can use XCOM is there, or hook is there. There are many more features I haven't also tried, but mostly DAGs, right? These are the sample DAGs you can see. So they have different types of operators example, right? Okay, Python. So Python operator, example Python. So any Python function you want to call, you can use the def function you can call. Any Python function you can call Python callable.
Okay, we'll try that, right?
Okay, you guys tried and 2, 3 examples like Spark job example, like directly we can run the Spark submit operator, Python operator, Bash operator, Hive operator. Like suppose I want to connect to the Hive, so I have to make a connection with Hive. So Hive connection, right? Hive CLI, Hive server 2, Hive Metastore. Which connection you want? Hive CLI I want. So I want to connect Hive, but I need to install the library. Otherwise, it will not be coming. So 10,000 port is there, like Beeline server, right? I'm going to connect Hive through Beeline. Okay. So I can make a connection, and that connection I can use it in my operator. Okay. So when I use Hive operator, so there Hive operator Airflow. So I can use it that connection. Okay. So I can Hive operators we can use. So any DAG like you define, and there is a connection things is there, right? So you have to define like this is a Hive queries. So Hive operator, and you are defining the Hive CLI connection ID. So this is my Hive CLI connection ID. And for this, you need to install the library. I think here, like pip install. See, this is the one. So every time, like suppose you are using a Spark, so you have Apache Airflow provider, Apache Spark. If you have to do Mongo, Cassandra, anything you can do, okay? Or any like Snowflake, right? Provider of Snowflake, right? So So this pip install, you have to install library. You will get in the connection, you will get type, you will get it. And then you can run a script. Okay, DAG file you write, and just you write directly, just create a connection, and same connection you make it ready, and then you can run your Airflow DAG. So you can write the data, you can, okay. So that is a one way, okay, through connection. If you don't want to go with the connection, so other way, like you can write like a Spark job can do. Like your Spark job will write the data into Hive. So that is a data frame dot write, and then Spark will create a connection. Here in the Airflow, you are creating a connection and manually you are calling your Hive script. Okay. This is just simply like you are running a script in the Hive shell. Okay. This when you are running through connection. When you are not running through connection, so other way what you do, you have a Spark job, and the Spark job you are creating a frame, and data frame dot write dot save as table. You can see my classroom. So I have done some Spark job with the Hive connection. Okay. So Hive and MySQL connection, you can see here, like how to connect the Spark with Hive. So Spark with the Hive integration. So Spark with Hive integration, you can know, right, how to connect the data frame and write. So data frame dot write dot partition into insert into or save as table. So it will connect programmatic way. So programmatic way, you don't need a connection. Connection you need when you want to manually write a Hive script to write the data in Hive through Airflow job. But mostly we are not using connection. Connection is used for testing. Because when you want to just test the connection, your parameters of Hive connections are correct. That want to check or manually something you want to. Otherwise, you have to write a Spark code, right, for just writing a data. So you would not like to do that, right? Why you would like to write an entire program of the Spark and run using the Airflow? Okay. So easy way they given, just make a connection. Just make a connection and you can write your Hive script. You can run and you can write the data. Okay. But suppose you have to test ETL pipeline, you would not like to go with the connection. Connection is only way for testing. Okay. You have to, if you are running your Spark program like MySQL, have you seen that MySQL, it is writing data directly? I'm not using the MySQL connection here. In my code, there is a MySQL connection. No, right? So there is no connection MySQL is there, right? Because I'm directly writing through my Spark code. So Spark code itself making a connection programmatically as JDBC driver. Okay. So that kind of thing is done by the Spark. Spark can integrate with anything. Like Spark can call Cassandra, Spark can do Mongo, Elasticsearch. It can do anything. You don't need a connection. But connection you need when you don't want to keep it Spark. You want directly doing insert data into the table or any database connection through Airflow. Okay. Then you need you need a connection. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, I'll share some more programs are there. See, because Airflow is a orchestration tool. Whatever you want to use it in anywhere, you can use it. Okay, like a Spark, you can use anywhere because there are many more integrations are there. Like hundreds of integrations are there in the Spark. Okay, same thing applicable to the Airflow because Airflow is not limited just one or two type of program. Okay, Airflow can have hundreds types of connections. Okay, these are the connection list. These many, even Tableau, you can write the data, you can write SFTP, Salesforce, Redshift, Redis, whatever you want to do, you can do. Okay. Just think about it, what Spark can do, same Airflow can do. Okay. Because they have given all the types of connections. Okay. Okay. And if you have your script or you have your Spark code, you can run with the Airflow. Okay. Or any Python script or Hive queries, right? You can directly run with the operator or you can run with the shell operator, which is calling any type of job, right? Because if you are running a Bash can call anything. It can call Hive script. It can call a scoop import script. It can call a Spark code. It can call Python script. So Bash is a general way, right, to call any script. Okay. So if you using Bash is a very common to call any type of script. Okay. But if you don't want to call Bash, you want to go directly Hive, you want to directly scoop, you want directly Snowflake, you want directly Mongo, then you have to use connection. Okay. Okay, so I will share. I have a 1-2 ebooks also. I will share one packet book. Okay, this Airflow book. Okay, so this packet pub Airflow I'll give you. You can learn the data pipelines things you can learn, right? You can learn here
Okay.
this data.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll share to you guys. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.